Hello everyone and welcome to Enjoy Life with Charlotte Felix. Guys, I am showing you my chart and you are looking at SPY. You are looking at SPY that traded on 2/13/2025. Okay, so we had announcements today. Okay, we had announcement for Thursday morning at 8:30. We had the core PPI month over month. Now, I am going to tell you what that is. Now, when we have these announcements, the market do make certain moves. If it's bad information or if it's good information, we'll make certain moves. Okay, what is PPI? PPI is the Producer Price Index. It measures inflation from the perspective of cost to industry or producers of product. Because it is measured price changes before they reach the consumer, some people see it as an early predictor of inflation than CPI. Okay, we also had core PPI announcement today, and let me read that to you so you can go back and take a look and understand what is PPI and what is core PPI. Okay, core PPI. And remember, it was the month over month, I believe. Let me take a look. Core PPI is the Core Producer Price Index. It is a measure of price changes for goods and services, excluding volatile items like energy and food. Okay? So it is a key indicator of inflation trends. How is the core PPI calculated? Say the PPI is calculated by averaging the change in prices received by domestic producers for their output. The core PPI is calculated by excluding volatile items like energy and food from the PPI. So why is the core PPI important? The core PPI is a key indicator of inflation trends. So go back and take a look and read those definitions. Remember, I was telling you about the PPI we had this morning at 8:30, Thursday, February 13th. At 8:30, the announcement came in, and we also had unemployment claims. Also had the terror tax. The terror tax announced by the president today. Okay, you might ask, what is terror tax? It is a tax on imported or exported goods. Say terror tax are a type of trade barrier that government use to regulate foreign trades. Okay, so now that you know what a terror tax is. Okay, so we also had that announcement around 1 or 2 o'clock. Depends on what time zone you were in. Okay, let's get to this chart. Okay, we are looking at SPY chart. Okay, let me click that, and we open up at 8:30. And so when you look at my cursor, we see that this was the close of Wednesday at 2:55, which the market closed at 3, and we opened a little above the market from that Wednesday. So we opened a little above. So SPY was showing bullish moves. Okay, so this is this green candle that you see here. You can barely see it, but the next candle we see is red. But one thing I noticed, the sellers could not bring this market down. So every time the sellers stepped in, as you're going to see, green, red, and it always was a red candle. So the seller was always trying to bring this market down, but there were too many buyers, okay, to allow the sellers to step in and turn the market around. Okay, and we had that announcement at 8:30, the core and the PPI. Okay, and those numbers that was announced caused the market to continually go up. And if you look and you see all these green candles, okay, then with about 9:40 a.m., we see that it made this double top. Okay, made a double top, and the sellers tried to take it down around the whole day until 10:15, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red candles did come in, but it still showed that it had a hard time. About 10:55, it had a hard time taking it down. And then if you look and see this green candle, we see that it traded like sideways for a while. So this is what, at 11:55 and all the way to 12:10. So that was about almost an hour. Okay, but we see this red candle here. Now we're looking at the 5-minute candles. I'm always looking at the 5-minute candles. We see that the sellers tried to bring it down, and many people probably thought this market was going to drop. Okay, why 12:15? They was waiting on the president announcement, but evidently the announcement was not bad. And so when he made that announcement, okay, and didn't make a better enough announcement to bring this market down, we see all these green candles. And the market, this, when I say the market, I'm just talking about SPY. I'm quite sure a whole lot of other stocks and everything else went up as well, because we didn't get any bad news. Okay, so we see that the SPY went all the way up to over. It's all mostly, this is like an all-time high. Okay, it's like an all-time high. And so we see that it went all the way up. Let me put my point to 609.69. And let me see if I can look. Okay, yep, 609.73. It's showing that it closed at 609.73. Now, will SPY continually go up and reach that 610 mark? I don't know. We know Friday is a Friday. Okay, so we'll see. We do have some announcement for Friday as well, and we'll have to see at 8:30 how the reports would. What will the report be? Will the report be bad, or will it be good information? That's to be seen tomorrow. Okay, so we see how SPY move, and guys, the market is bullish. The sellers could not take it down. Okay, the sellers stepped in, and if we see this sideways as it's closed at 3 o'clock today, but it closed in a bullish move, going towards that all-time high. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something from it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for viewing Enjoy Life with Charlotte Felix. Look for a Friday video as well. Okay? Thank you again.